apologies for the delay because we were facing some technical difficulties. I hope now I'm visible and audible to each one of you. Quickly give me thumbs up and smileys if you can hear me and see me properly. Yes, everyone. Yes, can you see me and hear me now? Yes, life with fun. Hi Diya, class has started. Yes. Hi Ayush, Arunima, Syed Altamaj, Dhruvi, Aisha. Hello everyone. I'm visible and audible to everyone. Yes. Thumbs up, smileys in the chat. Yes, Dhruv, I do remember. Hi Sultan. Hi Sweta, Arunima, Ritika, Radhika. I can see smileys and thumbs ups in the chat. Yes. Hello Ayushi. Oh, actually we were facing some technical difficulties. Yes. Riddhi, Diya, Sunita, Kalpana. Clearly visible and audible. All right, all right. Yes, Ritika, I do remember. All right. Yes, Sweta, Ayushi. So now that we are beginning with the session, you all know that what we will be discussing today. So we just met an hour before, right, where we discussed that we will be covering the 7 chapters in the next 45 days. And I told you that we will be beginning with understanding elementary shapes in one shot. That means in this just one session, I'll be covering the entire chapter. How many of you have actually practiced this chapter? How many of you actually already learned this one? Or how many of you are actually learning it for the first time? No, Diya, that's wrong number. No, that's not the correct number. Yes, Arunima has done. Aditya not done. Dhruvi has done. Decimals, don't worry. Mahi, okay, the people who are saying that they have doubts in, let's suppose, in lines and angles or any other chapter, like Mahi is writing here, that's okay. If you remember, I told you a couple of minutes before that now we will be doing live doubt solving sessions also. So link for the Google form wherein you can post your doubts. It is there in the description of this session. You can go there, post your doubts, and when we come up with the doubt solving session, we will incorporate those questions. Yes? Many people are saying they have learned, they are done with the chapter, some are not done with it. Then still it's okay. Even if you are done with the chapter, you can do a quick revision with us. Yes? Only 3 chapters of maths, Arunima. Wow, lucky girl. All right. So let's not waste any more time here. Let's get started. Before that, I think this is something we have talked about before, that we are starting with a series, August 1, which is today, mission midterms, right? And our target is to achieve 100%. Yes? So we are going to rock the midterms this time. In the next 45 days, this all we are going to cover. So do subscribe to the channel. I could see many new names over here. Quickly, everyone. Riddhi. Yes, everyone, quickly subscribe to the channel first and share the video link with your friends also so that they can also join in. We haven't started properly with the session yet. Yes? September 14th, Aisha. Yes, everybody is going to remember that. First mission, yes, midterms, right. Radhika, Sultan, Mahi, people who are new here. I hope you have subscribed to the channel, hit the bell icon so that you keep getting notifications about the upcoming sessions. And if you are passionate to become a doctor or an engineer, I would say you're at the right place, because we here will help you take your first step. So we are coming up with ANTHE, which is Akash National Talent Hunt Exam. Registration is absolutely free. Link is there in the description. Go register for it if you haven't yet. Mahi, I'll come up with this thing. The doubt that you have, don't worry. Yes, so you can go and register for it, and it's best because you will be able to know your potential at the All India level. You can get up to 100% scholarship. Best thing is you can win a trip to NASA. Isn't that great? And cash rewards as well. Yes, hello Samiksha, Rishika, first class with BYJU'S. Mukesh, I could see some new names. Samiksha, Mukesh, Rishika. The people who are new here, quickly go and subscribe to the channel first. Yes, so that you keep getting notifications about the upcoming sessions. And link for ANTHE is there in the description. Please register for it. It's absolutely free. This exam is conducted once a year in both the modes, offline as well as online. The dates are for online exam 5th November to 13th November. For offline 6th to 13th November. You can see these students, they also appeared for this exam and they got such good ranks. AIR 1, AIR 2, 3. In JEE Mains, JEE NEET, JEE Advanced and NEET exam. They're tough exams. Still, these students got such good ranks, isn't it? Absolutely not, Aisha. Sometimes it becomes difficult for me to read the comment of each one of you. Yes, Anahita, I do remember. Yes, everyone, the people who are new here, Mukesh, Samiksha, Riddhi. I have understood your question, Mahi, don't worry. Riddhi, I'll answer to this question. Yes, in some time. Yeah. Yes, sewing is easy. You were there in the previous session also, and yes, everyone. And something interesting. Yes, Rahul. Interesting is going to come up on 14th August, and this date is going to change your life. But we will be announcing that on 7th August. You know that we keep coming up with some very interesting surprises. That's okay, Ritika. So in the previous session, we talked about what all we are going to cover in the next 45 days, like the entire, that was a detailed session on that. So even if you missed it, it's okay. Recorded session would be there, right? That's the advantage we have on YouTube. You can watch it later. Oh, Friendships Day. Kuch aur yaad rahe na rahe, but where do we remember such things? Yeah? Definitely, ye to nahi hai. There is something else. Announcement will be on 7th August. Yeah. Just before 5 minutes. All right. So I think many things I have told you here. ANTHE link is there in the description, right? Telegram community link is also there in the description. Please join it. All right. So let's get started with our session now. So we know that we'll be covering the entire chapter in just one session. Be ready with your notebooks and pens. Yes, everyone. Yes, Kanchi. I know you are new here. Please join the Telegram channel. Yes, Rishika has joined it and subscribe the channel as well. Yes, everyone, let's get started. So I have a question for you. This boy is really curious. He's thinking there are two boys, James and Jack's here. So which one of them is taller, James or Jack? What do you think? How are we going to answer this? Well, here we know that their heights can be mathematized, right? How are you able to answer that Jack's is taller? Because he was standing and he was lying on the ground. How do we tell this? Yes, didn't download the Telegram yet. So Telegram link, yes, it is there in the description. You can go and join it. That's very simple. I can see answers here. But you all know that heights can be mathematized, right? And heights can be represented mathematically using a line segment. Correct? Makes sense. We can represent heights using a line segment. Correct, Anahita, right? By observing, not just observing, by measuring their height. You are right. So let's first talk about the properties of a line segment. What a line segment is. We know that it has got a fixed length, right? And it has two endpoints. That means it cannot be extended in either directions. Yes, Jitendra, you are asking for notes. Yes, don't worry. You know that we do share the notes in the PDF format over the Telegram channel. So please do join it. Link is there in the description. Yes, everyone. All right. So we have understood the properties for a line segment, because I tell you sometimes students get confused between the line segment and array. So there has to be clarity, right? Conceptual clarity has to be there. But now again this boy is thinking, we have understood that heights can be mathematized, right? And we can represent them using line segments. But how do we know who is taller? The other one says, that's simple. Just compare the sizes of the line segments. So when we are talking about the sizes, that means obviously we are comparing them. How do we compare them? Yes, I want answers from you. Yes. Line segment has two endpoints, but line has no endpoints, right, Rishika? So here, this is the James height, which is represented by AB. This is Jack's height, that's represented by CD. So we have to compare them by visualizing. Right? One way is to do that. Another is by tracing them. If I trace them, I can see that, yes, here CD is greater than AB. Correct? Rahul is saying I'm taller than both of them. Wow. So here the advantage is that precision is there. Obviously, that's the advantage. But it's a very time-consuming process. Again and again, you are you are tracing it, then putting it on the another one. That's a time-consuming method. That's not the right strategy to compare something. So this boy is saying tracing is taking a lot of time. Is there any other easier way? The other one is very smart chap. He says geometry box might help. Yes, you all are smart. Yes, Abhishek, Jitendra, right. So here in the geometry box, if you see, we have got a lot of tools, right? We have scale, compass, divider and protractor. So if we make use of a divider, like you can see over here, you must have seen that in your geometry box. Using a divider, first you can measure AB, then you can keep that on CD. Now you see that this is bigger, right? CD is greater than AB. Correct. So by using a divider, we can say that CD is greater than AB. Advantage is that it is precise, it is quick, right? That's fine. But the thing is, we don't know the actual measurement. Divider can only be comparing them, but it cannot tell you the exact measurement. So what do you think? How can we measure the exact measurement? That can be done by using a scale. That's also a geometrical tool, right? So we can see here, over here, AB, we start from this point. That's basically 12 centimeters, right? And over here, this is 12.5 centimeters. So clearly we can say that yes, CD is greater than AB. Correct. Ruler and scale we can use to measure them. Now, so that was about the line segments. Now here we are talking about line. Now can you tell me which one is longer? Ma'am, today you have to say your nickname. Why is it so? Is there any special day today, Aisha? Yeah? Same. Abhishek saying, okay. The one which is, okay, the lower one, second one. Both are same. Aditya saying both are same. Quickly, I want answers from each one of you. Yes. Sewing is easy. No one. Radhika, ma'am. Okay. We will come back to this question later. Yes, none of these. No line is bigger. For 7th grade also, Sanskriti Suman, we are conducting classes for all the grades. It's just that the timings are different. For this, I think you are new here. Please subscribe to the channel. You will get notifications. And hit the bell icon as well. Yes, everyone. Some are saying same. Some are saying no one. Some are saying second one. Tell me one thing. It has dashed length. Line has a fixed length. Or what it is. First, you help me filling this box. Yes, Babulal Pathak, it's okay. I think you are new here because I can see your name here for the first time. Quickly subscribe to the channel. Ayushi is saying indefinite. Dhruv is saying infinite. Yes, it has infinite length. What is the reason? Now you see here both sides you have got arrows. That means line can be extended in both the directions, right? It can be extended in any of them. Yes, in either direction, right? It has infinite length. So two lines dash be compared or measured. Can you compare two lines? Can you compare two line segments? Srishti Pathak. All right. Yes, Arunima, screen is not clear. Please refresh the screen because I think it's working fine for others. Cannot. Some are saying yes, some are saying, but mostly people are saying no. Because you see, they have got infinite length. Maybe one line is, because as I said, it can be extended. So definitely if it has got infinite length, we cannot compare them. We cannot measure them. So two lines cannot be measured or compared. Yes, no would be the answer. See, we need to have the conceptual clarity first, right? Yes, all right. So we have understood what line segment is, what line is. We understood the properties. Now if you see that, we come across these things in our everyday life as well, right? Here you can see the lines over here. Right, the railway track over here, these railings over here, the two crossings you can see here. You can see the blades of the scissors, right? So we come across these mathematical concepts if you see in our daily life as well. Isn't that great when you can relate the concepts to everyday life? Now another question I have for you. Do these lines meet? Yes, correct. Rail track was parallel. Skew lines, right? Yes, Aisha, I hope it went well. Thank you, Rishika. I'm glad that you're liking it. Lines which do not meet are called what? I can see answers here. You are saying do lines meet? No, these lines would not. Yes, people are saying parallel lines. Like you see the railway track also, right? In a railway track as well, right? Both the lines of the tracks, they are parallel, right? They never meet each other. Yes, parallel lines never meet. Correct. Absolutely. Everybody has understood this. Great. But what if the lines are meeting? Then what do we call them if the lines are meeting? If two lines are meeting at a point, then the lines are said to be? Yes, I could see the answer. Yes, everyone. Yes. No, Srishti, it's not that. It's not like that. Intersecting lines, absolutely. When lines meet, we call them intersecting lines. A simple concept. And the point where the two lines are intersecting, what do we call them? Yes, Abhishek, you're right. What is that point called? Yes, Srishti, that was the answer for the previous one. What is that point called where the two lines of, correct, that's the point of intersection. So we can call this intersection point. Very nice. I'm feeling very good right now because we all have understood this concept so well, right? All right. Let's move ahead. Now see these two lines. What will be formed if the lines are intersecting? If they intersect, what do you think? What is going to form here? They will form angles, right? Correct? We can see angles formed over here. So angle is formed when two lines, correct Abhishek? Yes. When two lines are intersecting. Now can we name all these angles? Here you can see the two lines PS and RQ are intersecting at this point T. What are the angles formed here? I need the name of the angles. Yes, life with fun. The name of angles. One is going to be this angle PTR, right? That's how. Correct. Correct, Dhruvi. It's going to be PTQ. What else? Yes, name of the angles. Don't say right angle this. Name them. Yes, PTR is there. RTP. RTP, PTR is same thing. Correct? Yes, there is another one. This is RTS, angle RTS, and this one over here, which is angle QTS. So, four angles are formed here. Right, Abhishek? Yes, life with fun. Yes, absolutely. You all are giving the right answer. Yes, Jitendra, Rishika, everyone. Great. Now, we see these angles in our everyday life as well, right? You can see the blades of this windmill here in the scissors. You can see the angle is formed over here and between this laptop over here as well, right? Here as well, we can see angles are formed. Here as well, we can see angles are formed. See, we see all these things in our everyday life, but we never realize it. How mathematics is important, how we can, you don't really actually understand this thing that it is there everywhere, right? Yes, correct. In the book also, between the pages of the book as well. Yoga as well, correct. So you remember the session that we did. Angles formed from fingers also, right, everyone? Great, good observations. Now let's move ahead. Now we'll talk about the different types of angles. So first we will talk about the main angles, like we have the complete angle. I hope you all know. Here you can see in a circle, this is the center and OA is the radius, right? We can see that if we move this ray like this, it is coinciding, OA is coinciding with OB at the end and it forms a complete angle, a complete 360 degree. So a complete angle is formed when this OB and OA are coinciding. Correct, 360 degree angles. Let's take an example. Here also you can see that planet Earth is revolving around the sun, right? So one complete angle is basically equals to one revolution, right? Yes, I can see you all are writing about different types of angles. Abhishek, Aditya, seeing is easy, Shivam, right? Wow, isn't that great that we can cover the entire chapter in just 45 minutes to 1 hour session? Yeah. Ayushi saying video is buffering. I hope it's working fine for others. Ayushi, refresh it one more time. Yes, there are many angles, right, Srishti? Let's talk about the other angles as well. Now we talked about the complete angle. We'll talk about right angle, straight angle as well as complete angle. Here you can see, right, you can see that when the ray is moving, right, this ray, one ray is stationary and one is moving. What we could see here is that, now you can see, it stops here, it forms a right angle, correct? This is a right angle. The lines are perpendicular over here. So this is 1/4 of a revolution, because a revolution is complete revolution, but this is 1/4 of that. Correct. And this is a right angle. What about the another one? You can see that it is covering half of this circle. What do we call that? Yes, everyone. Correct. I can see many of you are answering in the chat. Yes, Jitendra, Dhruv, Aisha, Aditya. What is this going to be? Here it is covering half of the revolution. Correct. Yes, Ayush, half revolution, and it is a straight angle. We have to name the type of angle. Yes. And then another one, when it completes, when it is coinciding. Yes, Rishika. Yes. So this is what? Here it is complete one revolution, and angle over here is going to be complete angle, because then the ray is again coinciding. No, Dhruvi, this is not reflex. Here we are not talking about the reflex angle. You can see that here it is complete circle 360 degree. This is exactly half. That's basically straight angle, and this is this is right angle. You just came back from school. I can understand that. Yeah, it becomes difficult. Yes. All right, all right. So we talked about right angle, straight angle, and complete angle. But there are other angles as well that lie in between them. So take a look at this. If you see this one, this is a right angle. But here, if you see this ray, which angle is formed? It is less than 90 degree, less than right angle. So what do we call it? We call this an acute angle, right? Acute angles have a small mouth. Yes. Don't call it bisector, Ayushi. We don't know it is exactly half or what. Even if I talk about any angle which is between 0 and 90 degree, we call it an acute angle. Bisector means exactly half of 90 degree. Okay. Now here we can see that this is a straight line, but it is less than, right? This angle is lesser than a straight angle. So we call these angles obtuse angles, right? Correct, Dhruv, yes. Vijayan Sharma, Shrishti, right. Abhishek. And this one you see, it has not completed a whole circle. So we call this a reflex angle. I hope we don't have any confusions now. We know what right angle is. We know what reflex angle is. Yes, Shivam. Sieving is easy, right? Dhruv, Ayushi, Varsha. Yes, everyone. This is clear. No doubt still here. Yes. Are we ready to solve some questions now based on these concepts that we have learned so far? Yes. Come on. Give me thumbs up smileys if you are ready. We are good to go. No doubt still here. Yes. Life with fun. Ayushi. Aisha. Ma'am, you're my favorite teacher. Thank you, Aisha. Yes, Varsha. Poll questions. Not exactly poll questions, but yes, I will not reveal the answer till the time you don't give the answers. Yes, lots of thumbs up smileys I can see here in the chat. Wow. Great. Yes, Srishti, I fasting today. Oh. I mean, that's great. At this age you can fast. I mean, that's difficult also, but that's very nice. Yes, Kanchi. Oh, thank you for reminding. All right, all right. Let's move ahead. Let's solve some questions now. Put a right tick for the correct statement. Right tick. Okay. The first statement is an acute angle is less than a right angle. What do you think? We just talked about it. We just saw that in the previous slide. Fasted 10 times. Oh my God. Everybody is saying true. Yes, an acute angle is less than a right angle because it's called a small mouth, right? So this is basically true. Okay, next one. An obtuse angle is less than a right angle. What do you think? Obtuse angle less than a right angle? We saw that obtuse angles are like this. Bigger mouth. So obviously they are going to be, yes, it's going to be false. So here it's going to be cross. A reflex angle is greater than a straight angle. Third one, reflex angle greater than a straight angle. Straight angle is this. Yes, straight angle is like this. Reflex is going to be like this. More than this. Not complete, but more than this. Yes, anyone, any doubt? Yes, so is greater than the straight angle, that's true. One complete angle is equal to one revolution. Yes, Rishika, you are right. Fourth one is true. It's correct. Got it? No doubt still here. I could see that in the chat. All right, all right. Let's move ahead. Let's solve some more questions. Now here you can see the clocks, right? And you can see these clocks are showing different timings. We have to fill in the blanks here. Look at this time. This is 12:10. Which angle is formed here? Is it acute angle, obtuse angle, right angle, straight angle? What type of angle it is? Reflex. Yes, Shrishti. Reflex angle, you see. Straight line is, you know that. Straight line is basically a straight angle. Reflex angle is more than a straight angle, but less than a complete angle. It's like this. It will not complete a whole circle, but it will not be semicircle. It will be more than that. Yes. So you are saying which angle is this? Yes, this is an acute angle. You can see a small angle is formed here, only this much. So that's an acute angle, right? Look at the next one, 250. 250, so angle is formed here. Yes, answers. Which type of angle is this? It is reflex because it is more than a straight angle. So this is reflex over here. All right, what is the next one? Look at this one. What do you think? Which angle is this now? The C. Yes, Shrishti, that's obtuse angle. You are right. Aisha, I hope it's clear. Yes, Ayushi, B1 is reflex. Correct, Abhishek, Aditya, Aisha, Dhruv. Yes, Vijayan. This is clear. Simple one, yeah? Let's move ahead. So till now we talked about different types of angles. We have solved a few questions and we have understood this. Let's move ahead. Let's see what these kids are doing. Now again, he's asking that, but we talked about different angles. How can we measure angles? Is there any way to measure it? He says, of course, angles are measured in terms of degree and there is a symbol that we use for it. That's the degree symbol, like this. All right. So let's talk about this degree first. So if you talk about degrees, if you see, like I said, it starts from 0 degree up to 360 degree. We talked about different angles. Yes, we will talk about degrees now, Aditya. Don't worry. So up to 360 degree. And if you talk about one complete angle, we all know that on one complete angle, the rays will be coinciding. That is of 360 degree because it completes a whole circle like you can see over here. Yes. You can see that it's completing a whole circle, then we call it a complete angle, 360 degrees. Right, now let's talk about the right angle, straight angle as well. So when I talk about right angles, that's basically 90 degrees. So one right angle is basically 90 degree. When you talk about a straight angle, lines are straight, right? This is 180 degrees. And one complete angle we just saw in the previous slide, that's 360 degree. No confusions? Ayushi, straight angle is 180 degrees. Yes, not 0 degrees. I hope this is clear to everyone now. Any doubts? Yes, Abhishek, you're right. Sector segment, don't worry. It's not a part of this session, but still, I'll explain you that. Menti. All right. Let's move ahead now. Let's talk about the angles in between. So this is 0 degree, this is 90 degree. What about this angle? It is lying between 0 and 90. It is not a bisector, I am saying. It is somewhere between 0 and 90. So range of acute angles is always between 0 degree and 90 degree. Even if the angle is 89 degree, we will call it acute angle. Even if the angle is 45 degree, we call it acute angle. If it is 33 degree, we will call it acute angle. Anything between 0 to 90 degrees. Between 0 to 180 degree, right? We have obtuse angles. Their range is between 0 to 180 degrees. Oh, that's okay, Srishti. You learned that in class 5. Wow. That's great that you know or you already know about it. This is simple. And what about the reflex angles? Reflex angles, what is the range of reflex angles? So for obtuse angles, don't say, not 0 to 180 degree, say 90 to 180 degree. Because if it is 45 degree, you would say that it is obtuse or acute. 90 to 180 degree. Sorry, I wrote that by mistake. Now for reflex angles, it is between 180 degree to 360 degree. Correct, Aditya. 180 degree to 360 degree. If I say it's 225 degrees, we will call it a reflex angle. I'm just asking you a question. Now you tell me. If I say the angle over here is 179 degrees, which angle is this? Yes, Anupriya, new here. The students who are new here, I'm sure that you would love this session and please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon as well. You know this chapter very well. Great. Yes, this is obtuse. I hope you will be able to answer these questions now. Correct. All right, let's move ahead. Let's try out some more questions. So here you can look at this clock, right? And it's showing some time. So we have to write the measurement of this angle. What time is it showing? You can see that the lines over here, these are perpendicular, right? These are showing, yes, 90 degree. The measurement of the angle is going to be 90 degree. Look at the next one. Tell me about this one. What is the degree here? Correct, Jitendra. It's, yes, 90 degrees done. That was for the first one. For this one, I'm asking. You can see angle is straight. Correct. That's 180 degrees. And for the next one, look at this. How much time is it covering? You can see that. Don't worry, Rishika. We are doing sessions for all the grades. Don't worry about that. Yes, that's 270 degrees. That's a reflex angle. Correct. All right. I hope this is clear. All right, let's move ahead. Now we have a very interesting question here. Which direction will you face if you start by facing east and make 3/4 of a revolution clockwise. Okay, if you start by facing east and 3/4 revolution, 3/4 means not the complete revolution, 3/4 part of the revolution clockwise. Now you all know how clock moves, right? Yes, everyone. 3/4 clockwise. 3/4 clockwise, when you are starting from here, 3/4 will be till here. Correct? Yes, it will be north. Tell me about the next one. South, you are facing south. Okay, you are facing south. Make 1/4 revolution anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise. Yes, I hope we all know what anti-clockwise is. So anti-clockwise, first you complete one round. One revolution is done. Then only 1/4. 1/4 will be till here. That means it's going to be east, right, Abhishek? Yes, Balvin Kedia, right, it's east. Kanchi, right, Aditya, Veena Gaur, yes, Anahita, Anupriya. Kushagra, no, it won't be west. This time it is moving anti-clockwise, not clockwise. Correct? Yes, Diya, it is east. Yes, Dhruvi, not west. Is this clear? Any doubts still here? Come on, quickly, thumbs up, smileys if this is clear. Clear. All right, all right. No doubts. Let's move ahead now. So here, this curious boy is thinking, how can we measure the exact angle formed between the hands of a clock? Now the other one says that it's very simple. We can measure them using a protractor. You all know that protractor can be used to measure angles, right? So here you can see this is the protractor that you find. It's basically a geometrical tool that you find in your geometry box, right? So a protractor, it is divided into dash equal parts. I'm sure all of you must have seen the protractor, right? It is divided into 180 equal parts. And here you can see the divisions. Each division over here, right, that represents 1 degree. Yes, that is used, correct. It is used to measure the angles. Correct, Kushagra. Yes, yes, Aisha. All right, let's move ahead. Now let's see how do we measure angles using a protractor. You have to place the protractor on the midpoint and adjust so that the straight line of the protractor, it coincides with one of the lines, and the second line where it is coinciding with the markings of the angles of the protractor, that gives you the required angle over here. So here the angle that is formed, it is an acute angle, right? Yes, it's an acute angle, and that's 70 degree. By fear when Khushbu Ma'am is here. Wow. Right, Shrishti. Yes, that's the midpoint. Correct, Jitendra. Where you have to place it. All right, now you answer this question. Here you can see this angle. Using a protractor, we have to measure it. Quickly tell me, what is the degree of this angle? Yes, and what type of angle is it? Math is favorite but don't like geometry. Don't worry. And I tell you one thing, generally students face problems in measuring angles and drawing angles using a protractor. Don't worry, we will come up with a small session or with a video on that, wherein I will be explaining you how to draw these angles using a protractor, how to measure them. Everybody is saying 60 degree and acute angle. So 60 degree, yes, you're absolutely right, and it is acute. Tell me about this one. For this one, what it is going to be? You can see it is coinciding here. Shall I call it 60 degree or 120 degree? This time, you can see mouth is bigger. So it's going to be, yes, everyone. Correct, Anupriya, it is going to be obtuse. So that's 120 degrees and this is obtuse angle. Simple one. It's not difficult, right? All right, let's move ahead. Till now, we talked about angles, right? Yes. So here, you can see that now this kid is thinking, looking at this wall painting, that these three paintings are in the shape of triangles, but there are some differences among them. You can see that they have got different shapes over here, right? So the other one says, yes, they're all different, but we can classify them based on their sides and angles. Correct? Now we'll be learning how to name triangles on the basis of their sides, on the basis of the angles. So let's first classify them based on their sides. So if all the three sides are different, they're of unequal measure, we call them scalene triangle. But if two sides are equal, we call them isosceles triangle, if two sides equal. And if all the three sides are equal, we call it equilateral triangle. Correct. These are different types of triangles that we learn based on their sides. Now based on their angles, if all the measurement of the angles are less than 90 degree, we call them acute angle triangle. You can see if one of the angle measure is more than 90 degree, then it becomes obtuse angle, right? And here, if one of the angle measures 90 degree, we call it right angle triangle. Different types of angles, triangles based on their angles. Yes, any doubts? These are easy, right? Anupriya, Kushagra, Shrishti. Yes, Ayushi. All right. Let's move ahead. So till now, yes, Abhishek, that's Heron's formula. People will get confused. All right. So obviously it won't be used in this grade. Now we talked about the polygon. Triangle is nothing. That's the simplest polygon we have. So till now you studied about the polygons of 3 sides or 4 sides, right? Now let's try to expand the idea of the polygon to figures with more number of sides. Let's see that. So here, if the number of sides are 3, we know that we call it a triangle. I think you might also know if number of sides are 4, we call it a quadrilateral. Quad means 4. Number of sides are 5, it's called a pentagon. With 6, hexagon. With 7, septagon. With 8, octagon. 9, nonagon. And 10, decagon. Yes, Chandani, I do remember. Correct. Minimum 3-sided. Minimum 3 sides are required to call something a polygon. Right? So these are the different types of, names of the polygons. We have categorized them based on their number of sides. Now, here we can see different types of polygons and we will talk about the number of angles that they have. This is a triangle with 3 sides. This has got 3 angles, right? This is a quadrilateral with 4 sides. This has got 4 angles. This is a pentagon with 5 sides. This has got 5 angles. Similarly, hexagon with 6 sides with 6 angles. Octagon with 8 sides with 8 angles. Yes. I hope this is clear. Quickly, everyone, thumbs up, smileys. If you have no doubt still here, this much part is crystal clear to you. Yes. Yes, diagonal. Let's suppose, though it's not there, but still, if you're asking this, let me just tell you, diagonal is nothing but if you talk about a quadrilateral, yes, it's basically a line segment connecting the 2 non-consecutive vertices. So these are non-consecutive. This is the diagonal for it. These are non-consecutive. It's a diagonal for it. All right, I can see here. Thumbs ups, yes, smileys, crystal clear. Great, move ahead now. So now we'll be talking about the properties of a quadrilateral. I think you all must be aware about the different types of quadrilaterals, different names of quadrilaterals like trapezium, parallelogram, rhombus, rectangle, square. So if you talk about trapezium, parallelogram, rectangle, all of their sides in that case are not equal, right? But in rhombus and square, yes, all the sides are equal. Opposite sides are parallel. If you say it is yes, for all of them, yes, they all are parallelograms if you say. But in trapezium, it's not like that. Only one pair of sides is parallel. Opposite sides are equal. So in trapezium, it's no. Parallelogram, for rest, all of them, it is yes. If you have any confusions in any of the properties, you can always ask that. Yes, I'm just showing you a flow, just a table for all of this. You can, yes, see, the PDF will be shared after, for this session. So you will have this with you. It will be easier for you to revise as well. If you have any doubts, you can post that. Yes, 2 are in India. Please write that. And diagonals. Here in all of these, parallelogram, trapezium and rhombus, diagonals are not equal. But yes, in rectangle and square, they are equal. Yes, if you have any doubts, Anupriya says no. No doubt. Aisha, no doubt. Yes, this is clear. Bisect. I hope you all know what bisect is. Do diagonals bisect each other? That means do diagonals divide them into exactly equal halves. Yes, for parallelogram, rhombus, rectangle and square, but it's a no for trapezium. At trapezium, it doesn't happen. Yes, to India. As I said, diagonal is nothing. It's basically the line segment that connects the two opposite non-consecutive vertices. Like if I have this rectangle, so these are the diagonals. They're connecting the non-consecutive vertices. Here, this is the diagonal. For a rectangle, 2 diagonals are possible. Yes. Bisecting means dividing into exactly half. Yes, Mukesh? No doubt. All right. Perpendicular, I hope you all know, making a 90-degree angle. So yes, that diagonals form that in rhombus and a square, but not in others. All right. So here, till now, we talked about the different properties of a quadrilaterals. I hope that is clear to you. Now, let's move ahead to the next topic, wherein we will be talking about the 3-dimensional objects. Like here, you just have to first name them. You can see these are all 3D objects. So what is this over here? This is a cube, right? I'm sure you might be, you won't have any confusion over here. This is a cuboid. This is a cylinder. This 3D object over here is a cone. And this is nothing but that's a sphere. Yes, you all are right. Trapezium has properties. It's not like that. We saw that in the previous slide, right? It's just that mostly for the other quadrilaterals, properties still match that 90-degree angles are formed, diagonals are bisecting, diagonals are, but in trapezium, it's a little, you know, thoda sa trapezium mein, it's a little different from the others. Yes. Now we have some more 3D shapes as well. Not a kite. Not a kite. First one over here, you can see this is a prism, right? And over here, what is this? This is a tetrahedron. This is a tetrahedron. And over here, this is a pyramid. What is a tetrahedron? This is a triangular pyramid that has a triangle at its base, right? Triangle as its base, and this is a regular pyramid. Yes. Trapezium, it's basically a quadrilateral only, Kushagra. Yes, I hope this is clear. Difference between a circle and a sphere, good point. Ayushi, circle is basically a 2D object, right? If you see a bangle, that's a circle, right? It's a 2D object. But if you talk about a ball, that's a 3D object. That's a sphere. Correct? Yes, third is a pyramid, second tetrahedron, right? Now let's move ahead. We will be talking about more about these 3D shapes. So, if you see, you can see that every time one face is highlighted here with a color. What is a face? A face is basically the flat surface of a solid figure, right? You can see the one which is highlighted every time. Yes, that's the flat surface. Dimensions, the length, breadth, height, these are the dimensions. Yes, Dhruvi, I'll share the formula sheet, don't worry. So what is an edge? Edge is basically, you can see that edges are highlighted every time, right? In bold. So it is a line segment where two faces of a solid are meeting. Where every two faces, like if you talk about this face and this face, where they are meeting, this is the edge here. Correct? Moving to the next term, that is a vertex, where three or more edges of a solid are meeting. All these are vertices, right? I hope this is clear. What is a face? What is an edge? What is a vertex? Right. No doubt still here. All right. Now let's move ahead. We will talk about a little bit in more detail in these. So how many faces a cube has? Now you all saw what faces were. You saw the part which was the face which was highlighting every time. Yes. So cube has got 6 faces, right? If you talk about the edges, edges are where two faces are meeting. How many edges it has got? It has got 12 edges. And vertices, we saw the vertices. All these are the vertices. Correct? Yes. So it has got 8 vertices. No doubts. Yes, I could see that in the chat here. You all are correct. Yes, Mukesh, Ayushi, Kushagra. Yes, everyone. Let's move ahead to the next 3D object, that is cuboid. How many faces a cuboid has? Same thing. Again, it has got 6 faces. Again, it has got 12 edges and vertices are 8. Yes, Anupriya, correct. Yes, to her in India, you can write whatever doubt you have. Yes, Trishti. This is clear. Now let's talk about a cylinder in a similar manner. How many faces a cylinder has? You would say 3 faces, right? One is the curved surface as well. Edges. We know that edges where the two faces are meeting. Edges are 2 basically, and here there are no vertices we can see here, right? That is 0, no vertices. Yes. What is a cuboid tour in India? So basically a cuboid is basically a 3-dimensional figure. So if you keep piling up rectangle of the same size on top of each other such that it reaches a certain height, you can form a cuboid. How can you win a trip to NASA? Register for ANTHE. Yes. I hope tour in India that's clear to you. Yes, you can even try that at your home. Now, talking about a cone. How many faces a cone has? A simple one, it has got 2 faces. Number of edges. Yes, Aisha, I just saw your comment. Yes. Absolutely not, Srishti. Yes, I want answers. Yes, Kushagra, you're right. Abhishek, Anupriya, Ayushi. Yes, correct. And 1 edge and 1 vertex. Correct, everyone. Yes. What is 56 here? What is 56 here? Now let's talk about a sphere. In case of sphere, how many faces a sphere has? Now, entire surface is curved. It has got 1 face. Obviously, no edge. Entire surface is curved. And no vertices. Yes, no vertex. A simple one. Sphere is pretty easy. Right? Yes, Kushagra. Correct. Yes, 100. Right. Let's move ahead. Now, let's try out a few questions. Fill in the blanks with the correct answer. Here, you can see this figure, this prism. How many edges this has got? So, if you count the number of edges. Yes. Yes, Srishti. Quiz, don't worry. We will come up with that. Yes, number of edges over here are basically 9. Different answers I can see. 9 edges are here. And if you talk about the faces, that is 5. And vertices over here are 6. Yes, Aisha, correct. That's 6. Yes. Let's move ahead to the next figure. Here, how many edges are possible? Edges over here are 8. Right? Faces over here are 5. And vertices over here are again 5. Yes, correct. Ayush, right. 9, 5, 6. Yes. This is clear? All right, all right. So I think till now we have talked about angles, we talked about different types of quadrilaterals, their properties, we talked about polygons, 3D objects. Now we are done with the chapter. As I said, we will be covering formula sheet as well. So let's quickly take a look at all the formulas that we have in this chapter. So let's take a look. So the topics that we have here is measuring lines, angles, 2D shape, 3D shapes, right? And different types of angles we have covered. That is acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, straight angle, reflex angle, complete angle. I'm sure that, yes, Kimberly, I'm sure that here no one has a doubt in the types of angles. Correct? No doubt still here. This is simple. We all have understood this clearly. Yes, Kimberly, yes, anyone? Any doubts? They are clear. To her in Kimberly, no. All right. Let's move ahead. Then we talked about the line segments and angles. We can measure them using a divider. You can compare them, measure them using a ruler, and measure angles using a protractor. All these tools we have in the geometry box. We can classify triangles on the basis of sides and on the basis of angles as well. On the basis of sides, we have 3 types of triangles. That is scalene triangle, isosceles triangle, equilateral triangle. In scalene triangle, none of the sides are equal. In isosceles, 2 sides are equal. Equilateral, all the sides are equal. Right? Yes, Khushi, this is clear, right? On the basis of angles, we have acute angle, obtuse angle, and right angle triangle. Acute angle, they are between 0 degree and 90 degree. Obtuse angle, more than 90 but less than 180 degree. Right angle, exact 90 degree, right? So if there is one angle in the triangle, exact 90 degree, we call it a right angle triangle. So we are clear with the types of triangles based on the number of angles as well, right? Yes, Abhishek, you are writing the right formula, but this won't be used here. All right, let's move ahead to the next, that is 2D and 3D shapes. We talked about different types of polygons here based on the number of sides, and we talked about different 3D shapes. We talked about their different properties, different terms as well. Yes, Srishti, if you have any doubt, please write that in the chat. Yes, Kimberly, please. And we talked about the different properties, different types of quadrilaterals, their properties. Properties, trust me, are very important. If you still have any doubt in the properties, you can always post that in the comment section. And as you all know that now we have a doubt form as well, the Google form, which is there in the description. You can go to that, ask your doubts and post your doubts there. When we come up with a doubt solving session, we will incorporate them. Yes, if you have any doubt, please ask. And then we talked about the different elementary shapes, cube, cuboid, cylinder, pyramid, cone, sphere. We talked about their edges, faces, and vertex. We all know what all these terms mean now. We talked about them in detail. Yes, this is a cylinder, Kimberly. This is the cylinder, right? It has got 3 faces, 2 curved edges, and 0 vertex. All right, so that's it from my end. But still, I have a question for you that you can also try out after the session, and you can also check your understanding. How many more sides are there in an octagon compared to a triangle? Try this out and give your answers in the comment section after this session, and we have got you covered. I think it goes without saying now, because you can see the type of sessions we are coming up here with. And I think you all know now who Trisha Biswal is, right? She is a BYJU'S who got 99.8%. I know that's not easy to score. A lot of effort goes into it. I'm sure that you all will also put in so much of effort and will make us proud someday. Yeah. And see, 23 students have got above 99%. 927 students got between 95 to 99%. 1663 students got between 90 to 95%. And 2600 plus students got above 90%. And counting is still going on. It's all because of their mehnat, right? So keep working hard. Try practicing as much as you can. Yes, because the practice is the only key to success. I think this is something that I always say. And as I said, we have a Telegram community as well. Link is there in the description. Go join it if you haven't yet. And you can ask anything from your favorite teachers live every 3 p.m. on Friday. Homework poll quizzes are going to be there. Participate in that and win special mentions and goodies from BYJU'S. Yes? Thank you, Khushi. 100% in all the subjects. Wow, that's the spirit. 50 on 50 in maths. Maths formula sheet, cheat sheet, this entire session PDF, yes, that will be shared over the Telegram. Quickly go and the link is there in the description. Join it and please like, share and subscribe. Itna to banta hai, right? All right, so I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.